organizers had the vision to say, let's put TB front and center at the beginning of the AIDS conference. The idea is that you guys will really be immersed in the science, and we will get the science out to the world.
Around 9.5 million people were infected with TB and developed clinical disease, and 1.5 million died as a consequence of the TB infection in 2015. What is really important to address, and what we are focusing a lot on during this conference, is the emergence of multi-drug resistant TB. In 2015, there was close to 500,000 people that developed active TB disease where the drug cannot be fully treated with the drugs that we are usually and commonly using. We clearly want to make sure that we stimulate further development of drugs, and at the same time also understand how treatment is actually working in the individual.
The advocacy that's coming around the TB field, what they are saying, the need and appreciating the need for the new TB science to be brought in, so that we're going to be able to develop the new tools, which was quite clear at this morning's session. New tools are going to be needed if we're going to meet our targets.
We have seen what the financial investment in HIV/AIDS has been able to create in the world. We know there's a lot more needed there as well, but we've seen massive progress. And I think the question now in TB, having heard the science, having heard the also implementation science and the opportunities, the real question is whether we will take what we know is possible and what we know is needed and make it a political priority.
TB and HIV/AIDS are partners in crime, and so they had to be fought together. So I want to take this opportunity to thank the International AIDS Society for having done this for the first time after 20 years. And I believe every 2 years it will be the same. And this is the only ingredient for success. We are calling on politicians in the whole world, and particularly on the continent of Africa, to have political will and take responsibility for the fight of TB.
My understanding of the pandemic, AIDS and TB were inseparable. I remind you of the words of Dr. Motsoaledi yesterday. We will not end AIDS without ending TB. We will either succeed or fail together, so walking alone is not an option. What exhilarates me is the sense that everyone in this room, from every organization, is descending on tuberculosis with malice aforethought, determined to remove it forever from the lexicon of infectious disease. But I think the possibility of success could be greatly enhanced if we had a United Nations agency seized of TB and determined to give new and vital support to all of you fighting the good fight.